Well, hey guys, we're in Corinth, Mississippi today, and we're on South Tate Street at the site of the old El Rey Motel. The El Rey used to sit right here where the cell phone tower does today. We're going to walk around the site of the El Rey and walk through the foundation of the Nightfall and around Junior and Shirley Smith's trailer, and lastly around Drury's Steakhouse while we tell you a story. And if you think you like this kind of content, why don't you boop that like button? And as with any story, it seems, associated with the businesses and the people that made up what used to be known as the state line, there seems to be no clear indication of what happened. Well, there is a clear indication of what happened. It's just not real clear by whom. We've moved away from the site of the El Rey and we're walking through the Nightfall toward Junior's trailer. I think I'll start the story by paraphrasing for you an old newspaper clipping I found. A guy named Carl Douglas Towhead White was about 35 years old, and he was known as one of the top hoods in the Southeast by the FBI. He was found shot to death in his car outside the El Rey one Wednesday night. He had been shot through the head with what was believed to be a .30-30 rifle. A pistol with 2 spent rounds were found in his hand. Alcorn County officers arrested Barry Junior Smith, co-owner of the El Rey, and took him into custody. Towhead was on mandatory probation from Leavenworth, where he had served 2 years of a 3-year sentence for violation of liquor laws. 2 nights before another attempt was made on Towhead's life here in Corinth, a guy named Nimbo Price was shot 3 times while trying to break into a trailer occupied by Smith and his wife here at the El Rey Motel. Price apparently was shot from inside the trailer while Smith and his wife had warned him to stay away from the door. One story I read said Towhead's death was a revenge killing by a Dallas mobster. This Dallas mobster had connections with the Marcello family in New Orleans. I've also read where Junior Smith killed Towhead in self-defense. Then I've seen where Smith's friend, and you gotta love these names, a guy named Blue Tick Alexander, was actually the one that shot Towhead. But Blue Tick allowed Junior Smith to take credit for the kill. Of course, there are stories that say Buford Pusser killed Towhead, who was his arch nemesis at the time. There was a popular thought out there saying Towhead was running the area of the state line since Jack Hathcock's death. It seems that Towhead came to the state line area sometime around the mid-50s with the recommendation of some friends from Phoenix City, Alabama. Some even say that he and Louise Hathcock were living as husband and wife at the time of her death. She definitely paid his bail on multiple occasions. Towhead has been on the FBI's list of most dangerous criminals in the country, and he did escape from prison in Montgomery, Alabama in December of 1966. At one point, he participated in the robbery of a high-stakes poker game, I believe it was, at the Red Carpet Casino in Biloxi. While he was in jail, all the other men who participated in the robbery were mysteriously murdered. Towhead was shot here at the El Rey on April the 3rd, 1969. Now, I'm not sure who or why he was killed. Was it the Dallas mobster in retaliation for the death of a friend that got Towhead shot? Was it Junior Smith in self-defense? Was it that guy with that really cool name, Blue Tick, that shot Towhead? Or was it the legendary Buford Pusser that was lying atop the roof of the El Rey Motel that shot Towhead in retaliation for the death of his wife? Towhead's story is much bigger than I've been able to present to you in 4 or 5 short minutes. So if you're interested, I encourage you to do some research and see what else you can dig up. He's a part of most any book that has to do with the state line mob, and one of my favorite places to go for Towhead information is a Facebook site called Buford Pusser, The Other Story. Nonetheless, I hope you've been entertained and maybe learned a thing or two about the state line mob and the death of Towhead White. Thank you.